Today we're looking at 5 Fallout 4 mods for Xbox that have teeny tiny file sizes. It always pissed me off how they only give you 2 gigabytes to download mods. Like, what if I want to run Sim Settlements? What if I want to run massive visual overhauls? Then I just have no space for anything else. At least they increased the space to 99 gigabytes on Starfield. Right, guys? Right, guys? Anyways, after years of scouring BethesdaNet for the best possible mods, I have found a lot that have really small file sizes that are great mods. Bigger ain't always better, baby, let's get it. Up first, we've got Generic Radium Rifle, SMG Edition by jcruise05. This mod is quite literally less than 1 megabyte. It is 275 kilobytes. This thing is bite-sized, just like my pecker. This mod takes the Radium Rifle from the vanilla game and removes all the bits and bobs, renames it to Handmade SMG, and integrates it into the Wasteland on vendors and enemies. This does not replace the Radium Rifle. This adds a new weapon alongside all the other weapons in the game, even though it's just a repurposed vanilla asset. It's got a pretty standard suite of attachments, nothing that's going to really blow your mind there. It uses 45 ammunition, but can be rechambered into 38. There's also another version of it that's an assault rifle version that just changes the name and the ammo type. But it's the same mod, it's still under 1 megabyte. I usually just choose the SMG version because there's not that many SMGs in the vanilla game. This is a really simple one, which is good because I'm a simple-minded man, but don't underestimate it. This does feel like a brand new weapon added into the game, and it actually adds quite a lot in my experience. And for less than 1 megabyte, you should be able to squeeze this into any load order that you could possibly ever cook up on Xbox. Moving on, we've got 10mm submachine gun, Appalachia flavor by Sad Boy Keith. And sticking with the theme of SMGs, this adds yet another SMG pretty early in the game, so this is filling out a pretty good role that is kind of lacking in vanilla Fallout 4. This mod is coming in at 7.09 megabytes. It adds the 10mm submachine gun as seen in Fallout 76 into the Commonwealth. It's integrated on leveled lists of enemies and also legendary weapon leveled lists. And there is also a unique. Of course, this uses 10mm ammo, and it actually does make use of right-handed Nuka World AK animations by Hitman, if you download that mod as well. And there is also another version of this one actually that is a little bit more megabytes, around 20, with just some better resolution textures and things like that. This, I believe, is a newer compressed version. It's got a decent amount of modifications to it, enough for you to play around with. And I'm not gonna lie, this one feels really nice, especially once you download the animations. This is a good little weapon mod. It'll definitely tickle your pickle. And at 7 megabytes, you can't really go wrong. Next, we got Survival Hatchet by Startercore Xbox. Now, this mod is actually created by Degenerate Dak. Startercore is just the person that ported it to Xbox, so just keep in mind some of these authors are going to be different than the original author. This mod comes in at a whopping 3.98 megabytes, and it adds in a survival hatchet to the game. It's lore friendly, it'll spawn on enemies and vendors after level 5, and it's actually got a decent little bit of customization to it. You can switch out the heads and handles, and some of them have pretty interesting effects such as electrocuting enemies. This is another one where it doesn't look like much, but man, it really adds a lot. This is really something that should have been in the game right off the bat anyways, and it's just a really high quality little melee mod for less than 4 megabytes. I highly suggest this one, it'll fit right in with any load order. Next, we've got Radium Pistol Xbox Edition by Pignusman7. This mod is 1.03 megabytes. Yes, a single megabyte. This adds a new Children of Adam themed pistol into the Commonwealth, and kind of like the generic Radium rifle we looked at earlier, this is kind of the opposite of that mod. So this mod takes the Deliverer from the vanilla game and adds all the bits and bobs to it from the Radium rifle. Pretty much same deal as last time. This is not a replacer. This weapon is added in amongst all the other weapons. It's just a repurposed vanilla asset. Spawns after level 10 on Children of Adam, and it's actually got quite a lot of customization, and a lot of it changes the aesthetic as well. This is a nice little mod, and this thing is pretty powerful too. Like, you've got to be careful of this thing spawning on enemies, because man, they will take your lunch money. It also just makes sense to have a Radium Pistol alongside with the Radium Rifle in the game now, and it gives a little bit more variety to the Children of Adam. And it kind of opens up a new build path that's usually not there in the early game with Nuclear Physicist, because that increases your radiation damage. So having an actual radiation weapon early in the game kind of opens that up a little bit. And also, it sounds freaking cool. Next up, we got the Calvary pistol, New Vegas 45 auto pistol by starter core Xbox again. Now, this one's a little bit bigger, 21.14 megabytes, but that's still a pretty small file size in the grand scheme of things, and I really wanted to include it because this mod is great. This has the 45 auto pistol from New Vegas. It starts spawning on enemies at level 16. It's got a really nice model and texture, and it's got quite a bit of customization. This is another one that should have just been in the vanilla game. It's crazy there was no 1911 type handgun, but now we've got one, and it looks and sounds awesome. So this is a great include. Really high quality weapon mod here. So the total megabyte count for all the mods we looked at just now is about 33 megabytes. So for 33 megabytes, you can have 5 pretty high quality weapon mods with a lot of customization added into your game. Even though a couple of these are repurposed vanilla assets, I still feel like they're really great mods and you should check them out. Like I said earlier, I've been scouring the Xbox mods for years at this point, and I've got a lot of mods with tiny file sizes up my sleeve, so if this is something that you guys want more of, let me know. There's definitely a lot of hidden gems out there, and I want to show them to you guys. So that being said, this is going to be the end of this one, and if you're interested in more mods, make sure to check out this one.